The baby's sleeping. Who's sleeping in the room? Well, I really need to go and sleep a little bit. Sleep, sleep, sleep. How many times do you want to repeat the word sleep? Aren't you tired of using this word repeatedly? Aren't you tired of repeating the word sleep in your English sentences whenever you want to talk about the act of sleeping again and again and all over again in a boring way? Well, I got some good news for you. Today's video will improve your knowledge of English vocabulary by helping you learn some alternatives to the word sleep that you can use instead of repeating this word. So let's get started, but before we do so, I kindly want you to like this video. In support of this channel, I help you with your English. You please help me with the growth of this channel by liking this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and leave a comment down below by telling me from which country you're watching these videos. Now let's get started. The first word that you can use instead of repeating the word sleep is doze. 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 The verb doze. When we say someone is dozing, it means they're sleeping. It means they're sleeping for a very short time during the day. So to doze means to sleep for a short period of time during the day. So when someone is dozing, they're sleeping. An example: he was dozing on the bus. He was dozing on the bus. He was dozing on the bus, which means he was sleeping on the bus. The next alternative to the word sleep is nap. When we say someone is napping, it means someone is sleeping for a very short period of time. So to be napping means to be sleeping for a very short period of time during the day. So someone is napping means someone is sleeping, someone is dozing. An example: she's napping on the sofa. She's napping on the sofa. She's napping on the sofa, which means she's dozing on the sofa. She's sleeping for a very short period of time during the day on the sofa. The next word that you can use instead of repeating the word sleep is slumber. 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 When you slumber, you sleep. Or when someone slumbers, they sleep. An example: the cat is slumbering peacefully. The cat is slumbering peacefully, which means the cat is sleeping peacefully. The cat is dozing or napping peacefully. So the cat is slumbering. You can use the word slumber instead of repeating the word sleep to talk about the idea of someone or something sleeping. The next word that you can use in place of the verb sleep is snooze. Snooze. When we say someone is snoozing, it means someone is sleeping, someone is slumbering, someone is napping, someone is dozing. So you can use the word snooze. An example: he's snoozing in the chair. He's snoozing in the chair. He's snoozing in the chair. He's snoozing in the chair, which means he's sleeping in the chair. He's napping or dozing in the chair. He's slumbering in the chair. So he's snoozing in the chair. You can also use the following phrase, idiomatic expression actually, to say that someone is sleeping, to say someone is asleep, which is to be dead to the world. To be dead to the world. What do those who have passed away do? They do nothing. They do sleep permanently, right? So what do the dead do? They sleep permanently. They sleep forever. And they continue sleeping forever to the end of time, like permanently. So when we say someone is dead to the world, it means they're sleeping heavily. They're snoozing, like napping, slumbering heavily. So when we say someone is dead to the world, what we mean is that they're sleeping heavily. So to be dead to the world means to be heavily asleep, to be asleep, and to be sleeping heavily. An example: she's dead to the world after the party. She's dead to the world after the party. She's dead to the world after the party. She's dead to the world after the party, which means she's sleeping heavily after the party. Have you ever been dead to the world after an important event, or after doing something that involved and, required a lot of physical energy? This has happened to me like a million times. Every time I do something that takes so much of my physical strength and energy, well, I'm just dead to the world for hours and hours nonstop to recharge my batteries and, return all the energy lost back to my body. So, to be dead to the world. The next phrase that you can use to say someone is sleeping is this one. To be in dreamland. To be in dreamland. To be in dreamland. When we say someone is in dreamland, it means they're dreaming. It means they're in a dream world. They're not in the real world, they're actually in the dream world, which means they're sleeping. An example, he's in dreamland already. He's in dreamland already. He's in dreamland already, which means he's already sleeping. He's already dead to the world. He's already napping, slumbering, or snoozing. The next phrase that we can use to emphasize that someone is sleeping, someone is dead to the world is to be out like a light. To be out like a light. To be out like a light. When we say someone is out like a light, it means someone is sleeping. Someone goes to sleep quickly. Like someone is able to sleep like pretty quickly. So when someone is out like a light, they're actually sleeping. An example, he's the kind of person that goes out like a light. He's the kind of person that goes out like a light. He's the kind of person that goes out like a light, which means he's the kind of person that sleeps quickly. He's the kind of person that you can see sleeping like quickly. So to go out like a light means to sleep quickly, and to be out like a light means to be sleeping. And finally, the next phrase that you can use to say someone is sleeping or someone wants to sleep, instead of repeating the word sleep, is to catch some Z's. To catch some Z's. To catch some Z's. When we say someone is catching some Z's, it means they're sleeping. When we say someone wants to catch some Z's, it means they want to get some sleep. They want to sleep. So to catch some Z's. An example, I'm catching some Z's before dinner. I'm catching some Z's before dinner. I'm catching some Z's before dinner, which means I'm trying to sleep before dinner. I'm going to get some sleep before dinner. So these are all the possible ways of saying someone is sleeping without repeating the word sleep. Now let's review each of the alternatives to sleep I shared with you in today's video in the form of sentences starting with I am. I'm dozing. I'm dozing. I'm napping. I'm napping. I'm slumbering. I'm slumbering. I'm snoozing. I'm snoozing. I'm dead to the world. I'm dead to the world. I'm in dreamland. I'm in dreamland. I'm out like a light. I'm out like a light. I'm catching some Z's. I'm catching some Z's. Alright guys, now that you've watched the video up to this point, I kindly want you to like this video in support of this channel. I help you with your English, you help me with the growth of this channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and leave a comment down below by telling me from which country you're watching these videos and how you find the videos. Do you find the videos useful? I'll see you soon.